Let's go.
A way to figure it out. If you're with us online, go ahead and start to get your space and equipment set up because we're going to be starting here in the next about 30 seconds. See you soon. I'll be nice and wait. Yeah. Welcome. All right, welcome to Pump. If you're with us online or in class today and this is your first class, don't worry too much about the format. I'll go over all the format that we have today. I'll go over all the movements, the equipment, and alternatives to movements if you don't have that equipment. So for this class, Pump, a little bit about the format of it is we'll start with a 6-minute warm-up, kind of get our bodies ready to go. And the workout structure for this class is that we have 4 rounds in this class, okay? Each round is going to consist of 4 sets, and each set is going to consist of 2 movements. So I'll break that down. So let's say we're in round 1. We're going to have movement 1. Well, that's a bad example because they're the same movement. Let's say, I'll just use a different example. Let's say movement 1 is RDLs, and then movement 2 is tricep extensions. We're going to do RDLs for 30 seconds, right into tricep extensions for 30 seconds. That's one set. Then we're going to go right back into that first movement, RDLs into triceps extensions. Set 2, go right into it, and then we're going to do set 3 and set 4. No rest throughout those sets, but after that 4th set, you'll get a 1-minute rest period, and then we'll move on to round 2, okay? After we get through all 4 rounds, we'll have a cool-down stretch routine, about 10 minutes. We'll send you on your way. Within today's class, you will need an optional mat and or dumbbell. So if you're at home and didn't see the equipment listed, go ahead and grab those. Since it's the first class, we're going to do a quick little note about bracing and how you need to have a braced posture, okay? If you didn't watch yet, make sure to watch Optimize Your Movement on Workday Learn, or if you're a family member, shoot me an email and I can send that to you through a secure email. But we're going to go through it real quick. So go and get in your normal stance, whatever that is. We're going to just do a quick 1-minute tutorial version of this. So whatever your normal stance is, first thing I want to do is squeeze your glutes and then release your glutes. Squeeze your glutes and release it. And you can kind of try to feel if your pelvis moves. If you can feel those hips twist a little bit when you squeeze those glutes. Okay, a lot of times the front of your pelvis will lift up a little bit. So really we're trying to level out the pelvis right here, okay? So squeeze the glutes. Next thing, lift your pelvic floor, your bladder, sphincter, all up into your stomach. Think of lifting it up. You'll feel a slight pull in at the bottom of your stomach, okay? And then we're going to tighten the core as if you're tightening a corset, still keeping that core up and in. Shoulder blades back and down, okay? Head up in that neutral position. So from here, keep that bracing, and then you can release those glutes, but keeping that pelvic floor up and in, that core strong, and take a step or two here, and then release it all. Kind of let it relax. You can feel that slump, a little bit of a drop that happens in that position, That's the difference between being braced and not being braced. And so it's really important when we start to exercise because we're going to add external weight or we're going to have really explosive movements. It's going to put a lot of force into those joints. So we really want to make sure we're braced so that your muscles are supporting the movements and it's not just the joints taking the brunt of the impact of those movements we're doing, okay? That's super quick. Watch that series if you haven't. So today, the first one we have are going to, side note. I had PT today, and so I won't be doing the workout with you, but if you haven't done this class before, normally I'll do the workouts with you. And PT's homework is always don't ruin all the work I just did. So not doing it today. But the first movement we have today is going to be power knee thrusts. And we're all still braced, yeah? Yeah? I like it. I like it. So power knee thrust, what we're going to be doing is you're just going to be stepping back down into a lunge, okay? And in this lunge, you're not going to be like that. You're going to be here, and you're going to drive up power and drive that knee up. We're going to do a couple of these together. This is the first time we've done this one, I think, in this class. So you're going to lunge back and down. The weight's going to stay on that front leg, okay? So don't shift that weight back. Keep it forward and up. Make sure that glute is activated on that front leg in this position, and you're going to drive up. Use the core, drive that knee up and forward, okay? So you think of like a kickboxer, or when they go to take a knee to somebody, a lot of that power is twisting in through that core, okay? So really be intentional about getting that power through there. So you're going to be on one leg for 30 seconds, okay? And then you're going to switch over to that opposite leg, that same movement, 30 seconds. Knee in line with the toe when we're in that lunge. Weight even on that front foot. Don't let that heel come up. Don't let that toe come up. Glutes engaged. Drive through the core, power through the core on that knee lift, okay? So those are the first two movements for the first round. Second round, we have RDL curl press into tricep extension. So, Romanian deadlift. We'll all do this one together. First class, we're going to do each of these. So go ahead and grab the weights that you're going to use for this movement. And we can pretend I have weights in my hand. So the biggest thing we're trying to work the glutes here, okay? This is what we're focusing on working. So squeeze those glutes. If you need help activating the glutes, you can think of feet pressing the floor. Twist the feet out. Twist the feet and the knees out. That'll help you engage those glutes a little bit more. And we're going to push those glutes back, okay? Drop that chest. Keep those glutes engaged till you feel that stretch wherever that point is. And then we're going to use the glutes, pull ourselves up, press those hips forward, squeeze those glutes at the top, and pull those shoulder blades back at the top. Okay, and then you're going to go right back down, the same movement. That's the RDL portion of this movement, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a Romanian deadlift, come to standing, a bicep curl, and then we're going to do a shoulder press. Remembering with the shoulder, anytime we're overhead, we want to keep those scapulas squeezed together and down. We don't want to shrug those shoulders up. So that's going to be the biggest thing here. Stay braced. Shoulder blades are going to be contracted and down. We're going to hold that position through that press, okay? And then you're just reversing it back down, reverse curling, back into that RDL, back up into the curl and the press. If you're at home, we're just going to want to work on that hip hinge movement. So you can either do burpees or air squats here because that's really going to work on that same hip hinge mechanic, okay? The next movement that one's superset here is just straight tricep extension. So when we're doing tricep extension, you can either be overhead, again, this is your base, this is your strong platform, okay? Think of it as like concrete. We're braced, and you can come down through this movement for that tricep extension, or you can do a bent over kickback, okay? If you are at home and don't have weight, feel free just to do a kickback and flex those triceps in that position. You actually don't even need a lot of weight for that movement just because of the lever arm you have there, okay? Next movement we're moving into is a variation push-up. If you haven't been taking a lot of my classes, we're going to do normal push-ups. If you've been here a few rounds, you can do any ones that you've learned throughout the classes. Biggest thing with push-ups, shoulder blades back and down, lifting that chest up, okay? Hands underneath the chest. We don't want the hands up high under the face or elbows wide, okay? So we're going to drop down to the floor real quick. We're going to do a kneeling push-up here. So if we're here in this position and you find your shoulders are forward, round those shoulders back and down, get those shoulder blades back and down, okay? And then we're going to keep the hips straight in line, knee, hip, shoulder, and then hands directly under the chest, and your elbows are going to come out at about a 45 on your way down. Press yourself up. Focus on the tension through the pec, okay? From the armpit to the center of your chest, that's where you want that tension when you press up, all right? And make sure, we want our backs to be concrete. Those scapula, right in that area, those rhomboids, we want that to be rock solid. The next movement we have in this one is a superhero squeeze. So the superhero squeeze is when we're down, hands, knees, and feet, and we're extended. We're going to lift, squeeze, and extend back out. Lift, squeeze, and extend back out. Be intentional with all the movements and think, what muscle am I trying to recruit? Is that the muscle I'm feeling most of the work in? If it is, great. If it's not, something's going wrong. Let's fix it. And then the last round we have is going to be some core work. So we have boat pose. So let's all sit down for this one. The biggest thing with boat pose is we don't want to round out our low back. So if I'm here, you don't want this rounding here. We want to pull shoulder blades back and down, pull that low back in, chest up, and you're going to lean back as far as you can while keeping that control. If you want to make it harder, you can bring your arms closer. This is going to make it a bit easier. So we're going to hold that pose for 30 seconds. Then the next moment, we're dropping down to the ground, and we're doing heel taps. So we're lifting that upper back, and we're reaching, flexing those obliques each time we're going down. We don't want those shoulder blades laying on the ground. So lift that upper back up off the ground, okay? And remember, low back press into the floor here. Don't let that low back rise up. Any questions on any of those movements? All right. If you're online or at home, feel free to shoot a question in the chat if you've got one. But otherwise, we're going to get started. All right, starting with some jumping jacks. Make sure we're braced, our core is engaged. If you want to minimize that impact to start, you can be here. Stay braced, stay in control. Remember that bracing, that pelvic floor is up and in, that core is strong, shoulder blades are going to stay back and down. And we're only at about 40%. We're not overly pushing. We're just warming up the joints, getting the blood flowing, getting the muscles working. Air squats. 4 squats, pushing those hips back, sitting back down and low, okay? Make sure the weight is even on your feet. Knees are gonna stay in line with the toes, and you're keeping that bracing the whole time. We don't need to be quick here. We don't wanna bounce at the bottom. We wanna control it down, control it back up, and keep those glutes engaged. We don't want those glutes. If your glutes shut off here, don't go any further. Just work on being able to get deeper, keeping them activated. Marches. We're driving those knees up. We're gonna think of utilizing that core to drive that knee. Nice. Pay attention to that balance too. We don't want a lot of side to side. We want to stay balanced and controlled here. Lunges, we're alternating. Biggest thing with lunges, that weight's gonna be even on that front leg. Knee is gonna be in line with the toe. Don't let it move around. Keep that heel down. Don't let that heel come up in that lunge. And make sure that glute is turned on. Nice. If you ever feel a lot of tension or pain in the knee and you're stepping forward into a lunge, try stepping backwards. It can help move that pressure and tension away from there. Arm circles. Really reach, full range of motion. And with this one, we don't want to twist the torso. Torso's going to stay squared. We're working on that shoulder rotation here. Reverse. Nice job. We're still braced. Inchworms into push-ups. If you haven't done these before, we're gonna bend the knees. We don't wanna round the low back, and we're gonna walk out onto our hands, and then we're gonna drop into a push-up. Remember that good form with the push-up? And then we're gonna walk. Knees are gonna stay bent, hips are gonna be high, weight's gonna stay on the hand, and then you're gonna walk back down into that next push-up. Nice job. Stay with it. Jumping jacks. We're in round 2 of the warm-up. We're picking up that tempo a little bit. We're maybe at 60, 65%. So we're not overly pushing it, but we're picking up that tempo. Nice job. Don't lose that bracing. Pelvic floor up and in. That core is engaged. Shoulder blades are back and down. Nice job. Nice, stay with it, stay with it. Air squats. Sit those hips back and down, weight even on those feet. Almost like you're sitting on a little chair back behind you. Don't let that weight shift all the way into those heels. Don't let it stay in those toes. Keep it even. Nice job. Even as you go quicker, control that bottom. Don't bounce at the bottom. Get that control and then come back up out of it. Make sure those glutes are on. Nice job. Marches. Stay balanced, stay control. Use that core to drive that knee up. Nice job. Nice work, nice work. Stay with it. We're still braced. Don't lose that bracing. Don't let those shoulders drop around forward. Keep those shoulder blades back and down. Lunges, alternating. If you feel good in that lunge and you want a little bit more thoracic work, you can twist towards that knee that's in front and then back to center. But slow, controlled twists. We're really working on that slow opening, that slow thoracic rotation here. Weights even on that front foot. Don't let that heel come up. Keep those glutes engaged, that front leg glute. Be completely active. Arm circles. Full range of motion here. Reverse. Nice job. Inchworms into those push-ups. Don't round that low back here. Bend those knees to get into that position. Walk out tension through that chest on those push-ups. Nice job. Pay attention. Are you shifting your weight to your right side on your push-up? Keep it the same. Even weight distribution through both sides. Nice job. If you find you're getting tired and your form breaks down, modify. Drop to your knees or do lay down push-ups. Take a break. We got 1 minute and we're starting this workout. Need some water. I need some water. Talking more than I usually do because I'm not doing anything. Get in there every day, you'll never have to work out again. All right. All right, I see there's a few of us with us online, so if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. In 20 seconds, we're starting that first round. Remember, this is those power knee thrusts. They're not just knee thrusts, we're thinking power. Power from that core drive, really flex that core with that knee drive here. And remember, you're staying on the same side for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're lunging back down into it, and we're gonna drive up, control, twist, power through that. Nice job. The movement doesn't need to be fast. Just think of a strong flex in that core through the drive. Balance, control. Weight's still gonna be even on that front leg. That glute is gonna be engaged. We're still braced. Nice job. Balance and control is just as important as that drive. Switch into that opposite side. Nice job. Through this class, there's not a lot of breaks and rest. If you need a break, you need to take a second. That's okay. Take some time. Get a little bit of recovery, and then let's get back into it. Nice job. Use that core. Are you still bracing? Did you lose that pelvic floor? Did you lose that core? Is that glute engaged? Switch back to that first side. We're in set 2. We got that first warm-up set in. Now we're starting to work here. Where is that weight on that front leg in that lunge? Nice job, nice job. Stay with it, stay with it. Nice job. Stay with it. Switch, opposite side. We're in round or set 2. So if you're starting to get gassed out, maybe pull it back a little bit. Nice job. Use that core, use that core. Nice job. Don't let that low back round out. Don't drop that chest. Pay attention to that movement. Nice job, nice job. We want slow control and balance before we want speed and power. Switch. Halfway through, we're on set 3. Back to that first side. Is that glute still working? Are your quads taking over? I don't care if you get 1 rep or 40 reps. Make them good. Nice job. Keep that bracing, keep that control. Don't let that knee cave in. Nice job. Don't let that torso drop. Switch, second side. Nice. This is where it's starting to burn. It's getting hard now. Set 3. So we got to mentally sit into that movement. Don't push it too hard and too far. Find that level where you can keep that tempo. You can keep that quality. You can be dying and keep that quality. That's where we want to be. Nice job. Keep that glute engaged weight even on that front leg. Keep that glute on. Switch, last set, and you get a break. We're on that first leg. Keep that glute working. Nice job. Think smooth, control, balance, and then add that power into it when you feel good. Nice. Don't let that ankle and foot cave in. We don't want that arch to collapse either. Arch is up, knees in line. Keep that glute working. Switch, we're on to the last set here, last side. Stay with it, stay with it. Remember, it doesn't matter if you get 1 or 50, make them good. Which is easy to say when I'm up here just watching. Stay with it, let's go. Don't lose that bracing. Do you lose that bracing at the bottom of your lunge every time? Pay attention to it. Up and in, up and in. Let's go, last 2 seconds. Get one more. Take a break. 1 minute through this recovery period. Remember to move. Movement helps clear that lactic acid out a bit quicker, helps you recover a little bit faster. Good job, son. Oh, Lindsay, hi from Illinois. I missed your message, my bad. We knew you'd be here with us working out. All right, we got 30 seconds, and we're going into that RDL curl press into a tricep extension. This is a slower movement. RDL, we're not trying to move quick, okay? We're engaging those glutes, feeling that stretch, that drop. Those glutes are active. Pulling through, squeezing the glutes at the top for that bicep curl. Bicep curl, you can do palms up, you can do neutral grip, or you can do a reverse. It's up to you. If you do a reverse, you're working more of that outside of the arm. All right, and in 5, 3, 1, let's go. If you're at home and you don't have weight, you're doing those burpees or air squats here. Shoulder blades back now. Think control. What muscle are you working with those RDLs? What muscle are you trying to work with that bicep curl? I'll give you a hint, it's in the name. And then what muscle are you working with that shoulder press? Nice, stay with it, stay with it. So on this RDL, when you come back down, you go and just do a slight bend in the knees, and then don't let, oh, go ahead and come back up. Go and stand back up. Just a slight bend, and don't let the knees hit my hand. So you're gonna, there, so more of that movement. So go ahead and come back up though. So once your gets here, we don't wanna sit any further down. We just wanna drop, switch, tricep extensions. We're gonna stay on this one real quick. So go ahead and find that, and then we're just gonna drop that chest. And does it start to feel really tight in the hamstring? Okay, so we're gonna do it one more time. So don't let that hit here. Wait forward a little bit more. So go ahead and stand up a little bit here, and then keep this right here, and then drop your chest forward. that movement. So that's that movement we're looking for. A little bit more of that, and then come back up. Switch back to that RDL. Nice job, nice job. Perfect, that looks great. Stay with it, stay with it. Tricep extension, either overhead or those kickbacks. With those tricep extensions, pay attention to those elbows, that symmetry. Keep them in that same angle. Shoulder blades backing down. We're braced. The pelvic floor is up and in, that core is engaged. Squeeze those glutes, help you get into that brace position. We're trying to work this tricep here. Stay with it, stay with it. RDLs into that curl press. Remember, we're working those glutes on this RDL, then that bicep curl, and then that press. Nice job. Nice work, nice work. Try not to rest in between those movements. If you get tired and your quality breaks down, rest. But if you're keeping that good quality, stay with it. Nice job, nice job. Triceps, overhead or those kickbacks, up to you. Squeeze those glutes, pull that pelvic floor up and in, engage that core, shoulder blades back and down, and then keep that tension in the triceps. Pay attention, are you shifting your weight to one side or the other on that press? Keep that weight even. Nice job. RDL curl press. Last set here. Sink into that movement. What are you trying to work here? Remember, if you want a little bit more activation of those glutes, twist those legs, those knees out. It's going to help turn on those glutes. Nice job. Squeeze those glutes at the top for that bicep curl and press. Nice job. Stay with it, stay with it. Tricep extensions, last movement, and you get a break here. Engage those glutes, pelvic floor up and in, that core is strong, those shoulder blades are back and down, and then tension through that tricep. Keep those elbows symmetrical. We don't want one popping out to the side. Keep them the same on each side. Let's go, let's go. Last 5 seconds, get one more. Or two, up to you. Take a break. Nice work, y'all. 1 minute. And we're moving into round 3. Halfway through the workout already. Move through that recovery, a little bit of movement. Keeps our heart rate elevated just a little bit. Helps flush that system a little bit quicker. Fun fact in school, we did an experiment where you could test the lactic acid levels in somebody. We had 2 people, really high intensity, tested them. One person walked, one person didn't. The person that walked had like half the amount of lactic acid in their body. So keeping that little bit of movement helps to clear that out, get you ready for that next round. We have push-ups into those superhero squeezes in 5, 3, 1. Let's go. Regular push-ups unless you've been here for a round or 2. Nice job. Stay with it, stay with it. We're into those superhero squeezes. Laying on our stomach. Those hands are outstretched. Pull those shoulder blades back and down. Activate those lats on the side of your torso. Activate the shoulder blades, rhomboids, upper back, and squeeze those glutes to lift those legs up. Think, what muscle am I trying to work here? If you don't know, ask me. But if you know, is that the muscles you're feeling it in? Switch back to those push-ups. 30 seconds of push-ups. Let's go. Engage those glutes in those push-ups too. Glutes are engaged. Pelvic floor up and in. Shoulder blades back and down. Transfer that power. Transfer that energy. Nice job. Nice job. Keep those hands under the chest, not under the face. Let's go. Let's go. Nice job. Switch. Superhero squeezes. We're down. We're extended. Up and lift. Try to be intentional. Use those glutes to lift those legs. Hamstrings are always going to turn on, so be intentional about those glutes. Nice job. We're still braced. We're not losing that bracing. Nice job. Nice job. Push-ups. Back in those push-ups. Remember, tension through that chest. From that armpit into the center of the chest. Squeeze it at the top. Squeeze it through the movement and squeeze it at the bottom. Nice job. Shoulder blades stay back and down. Don't let those shoulders round forward. Remember, if the quality breaks down, take a break. But keep that quality as much as you can. That upper back is like cement. You're powering from your back in that push-up. Superhero squeezes. We're extended. We're braced. And remember, engage those lats too, not just all straight scapula, low back. Activate those lats on the side. Nice job, nice job. Hold that squeeze for a second or two at the top. If you need a rest, stay down for a minute. Push-ups, final round. Make them good. Again, if you get 1 or 30, it doesn't matter. But keep that chest working, full range of motion here. That upper back is solid, it's concrete. Those glutes are squeezed. That core is up and in. Let's go. If you want, make them tempo push-ups. Do what you want here, but keep them good. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Switch! Superhero squeezes, last movement. Let's go. After this, you get a break. We're still braced. Nice job. Use those glutes to get those legs up. Nice job, nice job. Stay with it, stay with it. You have 6 seconds left here. Get 2 more. Let's go, let's go. Take a break. 1 minute of rest here. Keep a little bit of movement. Get a drink and let's get ready for our last round. We're flipping over into a seated position for this next round. We have that boat pose into those heel taps. Remember, at that boat pose, we don't want to round that low back. The biggest thing, keep that low back pulled in, shoulder blades back and down. That chest is going to stay up here. If I come over and point at you, pull that low back in. We got 15 seconds. Mentally set yourself in for this last round. We're starting in 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Pull that low back in, shoulder blades back and down, and you're just gonna hold that V position. Feet can be up or down, up to you. But keep that low back pulled in. Nice job. Stay with it, stay with it. Pull that in a little bit. There it is. Nice job, nice job. Switch, heel taps. We're on our back. We're lifting those shoulder blades, that upper back off the ground, and use the core to pull yourself down. Don't swing the hips out. Think control, core control here. Oblique squeeze each side you go to, and we're still braced. Pelvic floor up and in, that core is engaged. Shoulder blade is back and down. Low back press into the floor. Boat pose. We're back and we're up. Keep that low back pulled in. Shoulder blades backing down. That chest is going to stay up. Nice job. Nice work. Stay with it, stay with it. Nice job. We're still braced. Pelvic floor up and in. That core's engaged. Shoulder blades backing down. 3 seconds. Let's go. Stay with it. Heel taps. We are down. Make that core. Make those obliques. Do that movement. Try not to let those hips move around a lot. And really squeeze those obliques. Upper back up off the ground. Nice job. Control. What muscle are you trying to work? Are you feeling that? Stay with it. Stay with it. Boat pose. Don't round that low back as you get tired. As you get tired, you can bring your torso up closer to upright position. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want a little help, you can put the arms out. If you want to make it harder, you bring them in. Totally up to you. Nice job. Stay with it. Keep that low back pulled up and in. Just go and pull this. Yeah. Nice job. Nice job. Heel taps, we are down. Upper back up off the ground. Really use those obliques to pull and crunch and squeeze yourself down into that position. Nice job. We're still braced. Pelvic floor up and in, that core is engaged, those shoulder blades are backing down. Nice job. Make it quality, let's go. Almost there, almost there. Boat pose, last round, and we are done with the workout. Don't let that low back round out. Pull that low back up and in. Shoulder blades are backing down. That chest is up. Nice job, nice job. Stay with it, stay with it. Keep that good position. Nice job. So think of pulling that up a little bit, and then, so we're just gonna go like into this. Perfect. Nice job, stay with it, stay with it. We're down into those heel taps. Last movement. Make those obliques work. Nice job. Remember to breathe. Pelvic floor up and in, that core is engaged, shoulder blades backing down. Squeeze those obliques on each one. Nice job, nice job. Stay with it, almost there, almost there. Take a break. Nice work, y'all. My peeps at home, I know that was tough, and you killed it. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job today. Yeah. Nice work, y'all. Yeah. Nice job. Good job, Kenny. Nice job, y'all. Nice job, Matt. Nice job, Lindsay. If you're still there. Nice. I saw it. I saw it. Gone. As you're working on cleaning your space up, go and start to slow that breathing down. If you want to keep your mat out for stretches so you're not on the ground, feel free. If you're at home, go ahead and clean up your space too. Get your house nice and clean this next 3 minutes you got here. But as we're slowing that breathing down, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. One thing we tend to do when we're stressed after workouts is we breathe through the chest, through the traps, through the shoulders. Try to breathe into the belly. Breathe through the nose, let that belly expand. And exhale through the mouth. When you're ready, we're going to start with those deep breaths, really trying to slow that breathing. So breathing in through the nose on the way up. And remember, into the belly. Exhale through the mouth on the way down. Drop down. Inhale up and in. Go and find your own breathing right here. Try to still keep that neutral curve in that low back. We don't want to round the low back in that exhale. Don't need to follow my breathing tempo. Don't need to follow your neighbors. Whatever you need breath-wise, feel free to stay with it. And on that next exhale, we're going to pull that arm across, keeping those shoulder blades back and down, okay? We're working on stretching the rear delt, not the back. And through all these stretches, keeping that slight brace posture, keeping those breaths and stretching a little further on your exhales. Think of the stretches as part of that workout too. We're always trying to work on that flexibility, increase that mobility. When you're ready, go and release. Switch over to the opposite side. Someone's trying to call me on Teams. Oh, it's you? Why is it pulling up in there? Oh, I thought it was Teams. But I thought I was communicating to the people on the thing. We're going to release that. We're going to pull that arm behind, grab that elbow. Opposite hand comes in between those shoulder blades. One thing, if we tend to be tight here, a lot of times we'll drop like this or drop that arm. Try to work on pulling those shoulder blades back and down, standing up and lifting through that stretch. Keep those breaths in through the nose, into the belly, out through the mouth. Go and release, switch that opposite side. Whenever you're ready, you're going to release those hands. We're going to bring the hands behind the back, clasp them together, shoulder blades back and down, and we're going to roll that head and neck here. Find a spot that's really tight. Feel free to stay there for a second and breathe through it. Pay attention to your body through these stretches. If you always find one side is tight or one area is really tense, you probably hold tension there. So maybe we need to be intentional about taking mindfulness breaks throughout the day. Breathing. Go and release on that release. We're going to inhale up and in. On that exhale, we're going to press those hips back and down. We're going to come into a full, deep floor squat. Working on trying to get those heels down flat on the ground. Trying to keep those knees in line with those toes. Okay. Shoulder blades are going to stay back and down. Keep that chest up. Sit up in that position. If you want more of an inner thigh stretch, feel free to put those knees to the inside, or the elbows to the inside of your knees, palms together. We're going to press them down, and we're going to open up those hips. Good job. Stay with it. Breathe. Keep breathing through that stretch. Ready, we're going to drop it down onto the floor, onto all four. We're gonna keep those hips. We're gonna go into that puppy pose. Hips are gonna stay above the knees. Extend those arms out in front and drop that chest down to the ground. On those breaths, remember every 4th to 5th inhale, make it a little bit of a deeper inhale. When you're ready, you're going to go ahead and walk yourself up. Go and drop those feet onto the floor. Push those hips up for that downward dog stretch. Feel free if you want to pedal out the calves. Remember, keep a bend in those knees and keep that low back pulled in through that stretch. When you're ready, take a wide stance. We're going to walk ourselves up and in. And we're going to roll to standing. From this position, we're going to take a wider stance, and we're going to push that hip back and drop over to either the left or the right side. Remember, we want the hips going back, not the knee forward. Knee is going to stay just above that ankle. So make sure that pushing that hip back, dropping that chest down as you go further into that stretch. Nice job. That curve in that low back. Try to keep that heel down on the floor. And when you're ready, go and walk it up over to that opposite side. Ready, roll back center, drop down into in between those legs. And you can grab the floor if you want and pull yourself a little bit deeper into that stretch. When you're ready, go and walk those feet in. We're gonna roll up and finish with those last 3 breaths here. Breathing into the belly, exhaling it out through the mouth. Last inhale, up and in. And release. Nice job today, everybody. If you're with us online, thank you for being here tonight. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you just want updates of when classes go live. If you find this class and you'd like to register, go and register online, sclwellbeingcenter.com. And homework for everybody, good dinner, full whole food dinner. Make sure you're drinking water tonight and getting at least 6 hours of sleep. That's the homework. With that, have a nice night, and we'll see you on Thursday.